Hello everyone, welcome back to Trivia Fever with your host Priyadarshan. And obviously today we had the India and Australia tour. Sorry, that started off with the first ODI. Well, even though India lost, but still we got to see a nice game of India and Australia after a really long time. So that was really good to see. And anyhow, T20 cricket has its own fun, but even a one day is a different treat to enjoy. So I thoroughly enjoyed the match today, and yes, there were some good key points in the match where India did play well. They were good in the field, didn't drop many catches except for the one maybe. So, but even apart from that, only thing I feel KL Rahul still should be opening the innings. Probably they can try and use Mayank Agarwal down the order, or probably swap him for another all-rounder, another batsman. So because I feel we were one batsman short today, and even Shreyas Iyer wasn't able to pick form. But the Australians really played a very good knock. Aaron Finch didn't have a good IPL, but what a blistering knock did he have today. Even Glenn Maxwell and Steve Smith, really quality knocks from all of them. So can't take away credit from the Australian team today. They were the superior side, but nevertheless, India is a team that always fights back. So I'm hopeful that in the second one day we'll get them good. So on this note, I'll start off with the answers for yesterday's questions, and then we'll move on to the 5 questions for today. So here is question number 1. Who said after beating England in the 1986 World Cup quarter-final, "It was as if we had beaten a country more than just a football team"? So this was said. So I think I had told you yesterday that all the questions are going to have a particular theme, and I guess you would have been able to crack that theme. So the theme was about Maradona, because he is no longer among us, and obviously not only the football world, but in general everyone around the world is going to really mourn his loss. But that's why this was sort of my way to give a tribute to him. So the answer for that question was also Maradona. Moving on to question number 2. He holds the record for making the most number of appearances as captain of any country in a World Cup. He skippered his country on 16 occasions. Who is the skipper? So the answer for this was Diego Maradona as well, and that is for the country Argentina, obviously. So that brings us to question number 3 for yesterday. Here it is. On 17th August 2015, Maradona visited Ali bin Nasser and paid tribute by presenting a signed Argentine jersey. Why did Maradona do this specifically to this person? So this was actually a very interesting fact that I came across, and that's why I wanted to share it with all of you. The answer is, he was the Tunisian referee who refereed the match in which Maradona had scored the Hand of God goal. So that is it's very interesting, and it's very nice of him to even remember that. So that brings us to our second last question for yesterday. Maradona's second goal against England, which came just 4 minutes after the Hand of God, in the quarter-final of the World Cup in 1986, saw him dribble past opposition defenders to eventually beat Peter Shilton to make the score 2-0. FIFA called this with a particular term. So what did they call it? So the first goal was called, obviously, the Hand of God, and this goal was called by the commentators as the goal of the century. So it's like he sealed the deal right there, the fate of the match. And that brings us to our last question for yesterday. So here it is. In 2005, Maradona started hosting a talk show on Argentine television. Who was his main guest on his very first show? So even though the rivalry, but still that is what made that even more special. So he invited Pele, despite what the rivalry they shared on obviously on the field. So that was really cool to know about. And that sums up our questions for yesterday. The questions will fall short, but he was such a legendary player that he has left so many records and so many memories for all of us to live and relive. So may he rest in peace. We'll move on to the 5 questions for today. I have 5 questions prepared for you. So here is question number 1. Sreesanth is completed his 7-year ban on charges of match fixing in September 2020. He is signed up to play a local T20 tournament organised by Kerala Cricket Association. Name the team which has signed up Sreesanth. So we might be seeing him back in action. He had a very good swing. He could reverse swing the ball as well. So let's see. Never say never. So it's good to see him back. Moving on to question number 2. Here it is. 2 goals in 4 minutes from dash and dash in the second half gave Atlanta a memorable victory that ended Liverpool's 100% record in 2020 Champions League tournament. So tell me the name of the 2 players who scored these goals. Moving on to question number 3, here it is. This player, who top scored for Bayern in the Champions League with 15 goals and 34 goals in Bundesliga, was a firm favourite for the Ballon d'Or award before it was scrapped. He has been shortlisted for the Best FIFA Football Award. So, name this player. So, obviously, there are a lot of hints in the question itself. You should be able to crack that. Moving on to question number 4, here it is. This 39-year-old footballer, who retired from the international football after the World Cup in 2016, is looking to come back after being awarded Sweden's Footballer of the Year for an astonishing 12th time. So, who is this footballer? I think this question is the easier one of the lot. Should be able to crack it easily. Moving on to question number 5, our last question for today. He is probably the best one-day player of all time. So, it is about sticking to our plans and being really committed to get him out, said Aaron Finch before the first one-dayer between Australia and India in the year 2020. Who was he referring to? So that sums up our 5 questions for today. So I hope I will get to see the answers in the comments below. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel as well. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the video. I will see you all tomorrow. Till then, please stay safe, take care, and a very good night.